battles, undisclosed Manchester, if you're in the building, make some noise! As I've been doing all day and as I'm doing with every undisclosed going forward, Manchester, I know we've made some noise already, but make some noise for fucking Brother XL, man, make some noise! With that being said, we're down to the last two battles of the day. On the left-hand side, making his return to Premier Battles, Manchester, make some noise for Darpa!
And on the right-hand side, he's flew over from Ireland to do this, making his debut on a Premier Battle stage. I'm going to let him know who they are, my bro.
Name's Red Wolf, South LA shit, 051 shit. Shout out to all my people in the green, white, and orange. Let me hear some motherfucking noise from you people tonight.
Yo, so Red Wolf won the coin toss. Round number 1 on Darpa, let's go.
So who the fuck in hell are you? Because as far as opponents go, I couldn't be less amused. See, I cancelled my last clash on the day against Briggsy, so I guess I shouldn't expect to choose. But if I'm on my A game against the next Paddy Power who's yet to prove it, then bet him to lose. But wait, you're from the Wild West though, innit? Well, I guess that means Red Dead, because this my redemption too. What could this cretin do? I'm surprised they let him through. Ask Rappersfield's last up-and-comer, I'll execute your next best recruits. I'm the type you should have kept on snooze. I'm a nightmare for these kids like Freddy Krueger. I'll dead these youths, but how can I leave you left destitute? When you already look like a wet recluse with 10 pence left to spend on crystal meth and your rent is due. Now let me suggest what's best for you. Suicide, cut your ties and get the noose. Ah, fuck it, let me do, I'll clap the Nina and put you in the sky. That's 99 red balloons, spread the balloons. Hey, let's go now, if you say this guy's good, with a straight fire punch, and I'll get sprayed by his gun and it'll decimate my skull and elevate it right up. Then I say you're all bare-faced snakes and lying cunts. Because the Jungle Book's the only time you'll see the baby raised by a wolf. Ah, it does. I bet your house smells like incense sticks, ham and baby bells. I bet his house smells like incense sticks, ham and baby bells. Oh, is that as creative as Darpa's gonna get just to say that I smell? What about the double entendre and the wordplay? Shut the fuck up, you're getting 3-0'd, mate. You look like a 12-year-old girl going through the emo phase. I could win by calling you a daft cunt and just getting in this weirdo's space, but I'll let the ink put you on your back like Steve-O's face. Oh, straw, mate. Why'd you book this waster? How can we go punch for punch if he's got none to trade with? Because I've never seen you going red like blushing faces. You fucking heinous. I'll cook this pig and I'll stab the lad and I'll shag his mum. I'll leave them both looking like a butcher's apron. Your structure's basic. It's the same shitty style I've heard a million times. You've not got one punchline found inside your 1 billion rhymes. I can't see how anyone can see you've got skill in a fire and a sick on a mic, because all they'll make you do is battle me until all you're sick of your life. Ask TY if it's right. None of these new spitters are nice. All this gas for a guy who's shitter than Sam Heights, Enigma the Prophet, Crash and Biz all combined. I'm not an inkling of pride of beating any of these guys. It's like beating me now on FIFA on easy, the shite. It's the blind leading the blind. They say the UK scene's been on decline now that it's been on the rise. All I see is the lies. It's the blind leading the blind. Call this wink murder. I kill all of these daft cunts in a blink of an eye. Oh. Yeah. Go down, sir. Now you know how it feels. I'm gonna need complete silence now. Yeah.
Daniel Harper, a grad from Harvard. Travis Barker's crackhead father. Massive stalker. Looks into your life because he's a big old hater. Looking for anything he can spit raps to. This ain't a classical on Vibe, man. If you see Daniel in a white van, he will kidnap you. Here's some dope advice. You should go to Ireland. People won't even notice you weren't born as Irish. So much so, you could be the poster guy for the homeless crisis. Hey, yo, I came to Manchester to pop and brawl with him violently, knock him until he wants to call him retiring. One round will make this body fall so hard a bar will feel like Masvidal with the flying knee. Ain't nothing on this fucking planet he can talk about. He's in his mid-30s and his teeth are rotting out. But I guess it fits perfect to why this geezer always shouts, cause Darpa never really seems to watch his mouth. Yeah, look, your aim is hopeless. This fake emotional raging is just so dumb. A blatant clone that remains unnoticed amongst most of them. It's Game of Thrones shit. He's taken form of another face but becomes no one. Hopeless, this fake emotional raging is just so dumb. A blatant clone that remains unnoticed amongst most of them. It's Game of Thrones shit. He's taken form of another face but becomes no one. Yeah. Y'all remember Eminem's freestyle when he spat on the ground? Yeah. Do y'all remember Eminem's freestyle when he spat on the ground? Yeah! Right. Well, Interscope Records collected that in a vial as a genetic experiment to get it back up in case the actual Marshall Mathers got his ass capped in his crown. And as it turns out, they didn't get a full sample, and now this is the fucking man that comes out. How do we expect you to show out and come for war in sick form when you set out your own mouth? You're a fucking bore. Like pig porn. I don't know how the law works in your little Britishy ministry, but someone needs to check his fucking internet history. Look, on Premier Battles, your bridges burn fire. You got the worst type of optics. Scraping through the bottom tiers because you don't deserve higher options. While I walk in here, scraping through the bottom tiers because you don't deserve higher options. While I walk in here, headlining the first time I'm on it. Wolf!
Let's go, Cinderella!
So I was looking for a battle, just to get out of the gaff. Bloodstro hits me up. Who do you want? I said I don't give a fuck. Whoever's down for the graft, I'm like a Deliveroo driver. Whatever your handover's getting taken out in a bag. Let's get down to the facts. All you've got is gibberish and sloppy writtens. You sound like Krang from the Turtles when you rap, your head's coming off. See how his body's different? Stop jotting fiction. It's compulsive lies from Wolf. You don't look like the type to trust. You're a libelous yellow fraud that isn't real like Lionel Hutz. You're not fire enough. Rounds you will not win one. If he's bringing smoke, all it means is he gets jumped and his spliffs get bunned. I'll fairy teacup ride on him. Watch the kid get spun. Cause there's no evidence you're nice. It's all attention-seeking childish dog shit, son. Every verse and song you've ever done has been like those Facebook posts that get the replies that say, inboxes, hun. Let's go. That was fun. He keeps repeating he's nice, trying to pull the wool over the eyes like when T.Y. inspired the look, because Shotty said T.Y. was going to be fire, and then he retired at 19 shook. So they can see you're going to be nice as many times as they want. Bloodstro can see your mid-tier climbing up. I couldn't give a flying fuck. None of your rhymes are good whenever your narrative lies are pushed. So shush, and stop saying you fire, you mug. Or I'll go from killing that crying poet to killing a boy who's crying wolf. You got 14 million YouTube views, bro.
Facts.
Oh, look at you go! Hey, man, he's like, oh my God, 14 million YouTube views. I can't believe it. I've made it. 150,000 YouTube subscribers to my channel. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh, I'm gonna get signed to a major label. My Shady or Jay-Z. My next stop's gonna be rap is full of battle inside of a stable. You got a played out style and your tunes are dire. Your YouTube views don't prove you're nicer. You only went viral because you were a child. You had to up sticks to Ireland to try to aspire. Took one of the vets on the island straight to the wire, but now it's levels up for me. From here you won't make it higher, because I'm top boy like Sully and you're Jason and Brighton. So when you come to see me for the work, you'll die through the blaze of this fire.
Let's go, Darpa!
If you class dog a G, it's a fact you're unique. Because it's fiction you're telling them. You're not packing the steel. When I spit it's a weapon. What I say they'll actually feel. You won't wig on a melon. You think you're top banana but you lack an appeal. He's Christian Eriksen. Because you'll collapse in this field. No, man, wait. He can't be Christian Eriksen. Because when he feels something sharp in his chest and goes down, he won't ever get back to his feet. And it won't be a sign of respect when you're lying on a stretcher and all these fans clap when he leaves. It's time.
Y'all ready for some rapping again? All right. Bro, you got this big fucking delusion that you're the best one in the scene. Wow. As I said, You got this big fucking delusion that you're the best one in the scene that's battling, and people laugh at it. I know scheming raps can be really challenging, but please, allow me to give some feedback, because you seem to lack a bit of being talented. I mean, he was hella petty when Ellis Dean fought for the win. He said Academy 18 was all just a fix and they robbed it from him. And I don't even need to write new bars for this shit. My old recycled throwaways against Donald could fit. Yo, I mean, holy crap, I'm in the UK, dude, the only Yank, and it's my new debut. Bro could manage to own this match with his flow and accent, but there's not much of a home advantage when most of the rappers in the room hate you. Fuck it, you know what? You don't want to regret Wolf at a powerful level. I'll leave him marveled when he's catching a metal arm to the temple. I'll roll on your block, chrome, cocked. Like Colossus from Deadpool. Fuck it. Yo. You don't want to with Red Wolf at a powerful level. I'll leave a marvel when he's catching a metal arm to the temple. I'll roll on your block, chrome, cocked. Like Colossus from Deadpool. Your squad won't protect you. All we see around your circle are jokers. That's Comedy Central, and you're like broke starving. All we see around your circle are jokers. That's Comedy Central, and you're like broke starving choke artist that always gets heckled. We're at the bottom of the whole card, but the difference, or no, we're at the top of the whole card. We're at the top of the whole card, but the difference between me and him getting the spot are credentials. I'm a prospect with a large rep and a lot of potential. You're a false threat who lost left and right to the point where every artist rejects you. The league treated Darpa like Tesco stock in a lockdown event though, cause he's on display, but he's blocked on the shelf and not as essential. I'll humiliate your piss-take images, I infiltrate your living place. 7 chokes and 4 no-shows for him to date. And you're thinking Briggz is really itching to give him a bigger dinner plate? Nah, bro, when they book me, it's to kill it when I hit the stage. When they book you, it's because they couldn't get the bigger names and they need something that they can facilitate to fill up space. Oh, bro, have you seen bro on beat, though, trying to rap in some grime? He was trash every line. Reload after reload, because he can't keep in time. But it's poetic to how things go in actual life. The beat is the league's growth, in sync with the pattern that thrives. But as usual, Darpa's real slow and lagging behind. Yo, you know what? Maybe you weren't offbeat. What if it wasn't the case for dude? Maybe it's cause your stuff is so lame and insufferably hated too, the beat made a decision to start running away from you. Yo, he seems to forget all the bars that he's using. Easily stressed in a ball of confusion. The schemes in his head are never being presented how we wanted to do him, and it leads to his death getting chopped for amusement. So I think if I beat him as we're leaving the venue, we put the guillotine to his neck and teach him a lesson about sharp execution. And after our broadcast has ended the masses, his bitch ass won't deserve a respectable passing. So instead of a casket, I'm FedExing his family residence, sending a letter of passage attached with his disconnected head in a basket, and that's what I like to call a severance package. And your hat is trash. Go ahead.
Now fight around the top, let's
go. You're way off the mark when you're talking about me hat. Why you lying, dog? Where the fuck did you buy that jacket from, Primark? So you got bullied as a kid? Man, I bet that was rough. You see, I saw that other clickbait vid that you dropped. Named 14-year-old raps about bullying. Man, that was some stud stuff. I nearly didn't want to battle you, bro. I was like, let's go. Bloodstro, like, I can't have it because I just didn't. Fuck off, I hope you got battered up every day you sat for lunch like a grassing scrub, you little
Let's go, Daniel! Run him back!
I hope you got strangled and punched, spat and cussed like you were wearing a COVID mask at a rally for Trump. Come on! Fuck up my rapping, eh? I hope your mum and dad were cunts that dragged you up and said so much nasty stuff you'd had enough and snapped like Chris Benoit in a family hug. Lad! Lad, tusters, you don't want to try me, it's aggro. You'll die trying to fight with me shadow. We'll see the wolf laid out on the street, fucked like Leo trying to climb in his Lambo. Be like the fandango. Be like the fandango, arms swinging, leave his head wrapped like it's Rambo. You'll pray the ambulance is near when we clash, bro, cause you're leaving bandages here like Van Gogh. It's facts, bro. You'll always be broken. You're just a child rapper gone viral. You're a weak clone of a cheap token. You're not a beast solid. You've only got little teeth showing. You're bark, no bite, red wolf in sheep's clothing. The little freak's going, Darpa should stop battling and draw its pension. He never says anything fire or interesting. He'll probably call me a top-knot hippie cretin. I got 100,050 YouTube subscribers to my channel, but I never get a Twitter mention. I should grab the diss and Wesson for this diss I'm getting and let someone burn in his chest like a suggestion. Shut up, you little fucking cretin. You've peaked at mid-tier, now they'll fall from it. Call him out for talking shit and he'll storm out when we're live like T.Y. and Piers Morgan did, you little morbid prick. This ain't the right sport for him. I'll go for the throat. Clearly no one showed him the ropes, so how'd he get over here? That scorpion. Yeah. You said he's the new sensation, eh? He's gonna change the landscape of this whole game, yeah? And now it'll ever be the same again. Whoa, wait a sec. You went viral but didn't take a paycheck. Well, if you ain't been paid any money, how are you gonna make change then? I don't rate red. You think it's a fucking game, eh? I'm always yellow on Connect 4 and choose black on roulette boards because I don't play red. You fucking whack. Your numbers, gas. Your next clickbait vid's called Emo Virgin Does a Mumble Rap. Fuck this channel. Fuck this channel. Your next clickbait vid's called Emo Virgin Does a Mumble Rap. Fuck this champ. Fuck this tramp. I only took this clash to lay him out on the streets for cash like a busker's hat. This youngster's trash. It's like 60s Batman when he comes to clash, because random words get thrown around on screen and you never see a punch that lands. Fuck all these fans who rate his opus. It's a misdiagnosis. Manny Hospital's got beds for you, fam. I phoned in on the way in while I wrote this, like, go get the doc, because I'm about to stick red in a beer like Otis. It's time.
Finish him.
Alright. Y'all ready? Yeah. Hey, yo, this pussy ain't intimidating, not even a bit. He acts like he's the one the scene needs to exist when his biggest achievement in it is making a 17-year-old quit. It's funny, you made T.Y. weep like a bitch, but in the long run, you were dropping way more tears than he did. What's with all the goddamn seriousness? I think when you look in the mirror, you're furious with the image that appears, so the persistence fearless. You script a bunch of personal bullshit in your lyrics that drift from the mere fact as a real man. You're inferior to the peers in your clique. Years in the rap game, and you spent them in a costume, bellowing and yelling at full volume, mentioning some flaws to forget what really haunts you. I guess it makes sense to say rejection is your strong suit, dog. That's him. You bring up family members in battles acting like it's so heavy. But it's a poor attempt to hide your lazy writing, it's petty. You want to cut deep like a knife and be deadly, but all you have are blunt, dull points trying to be edgy, and I gave it thought. Disrespecting Darpa for a clout run. I figure my bars will be where his karma comes around from. See, I know he has a son, but I won't knock him, because it's not what I'm about, but I hope he takes an honorable route, because it's hard enough without a role model of a father to be proud of. He's living life severely defeated. His lady took off and disappeared from the region, swept him and left him with an 18-year inconvenience. Yo. Ooh. See, my point? That type of shit is simple to do if we're in the room. Let me switch up the mood. I got some info to use to prove that he's an ignorant goof. Y'all ready for this shit? Yeah. Okay. Come on. When he's getting loud, flailing, all aggressive and ruggedy, and he spits about, impaling, and chefing up somebody, you're thinking, wow, he's got hatred. There's a menace in front of me until you figure out he's a salesman for an energy company. Wait a minute. Yo. So wait. So what, you sell energy to cash and grab pounds? Gee, if only you can do that in your battle rap rounds. Yo, don't get ballsy and over cocky. This a local con artist to a wolf of Wall Street. It makes sense. It makes sense how your employment oddly corresponds with your chosen hobby, because in both your jobs you've been trying to get us to buy into your bullshit fraud schemes. And based on what you've sold us, shock value is your only offering. Fuck a punchline. I ain't gonna cater a tailor at this time. You are garbage. And that's the reason they age you to the side. They gonna favor me based on the nature of my lines, but for you, cringeworth and failure is the only entertainment you provide. I asked for challengers. This cat's an amateur. After Manchester, my master plan was just to get Roots Rex dialect and all these UK battle rapping characters and tie the pile of bodies together in order to make a raft to Canada. Fuck you!
Yo, let's go, make some noise.
Premier Battles, undisclosed Manchester. If you enjoyed that battle, make some fucking noise. Great battle. Went to the judge's decision on a split decision, picking up a 2-1 win. Darpa, make some noise.